Hey everybody. Hey, this guy named on YouTube, man, his name's Joe. Joe on YouTube, man. Me and him been kicking pictures back and forth. Or actually, he's been kicking me pictures. I don't know if I've seen him any. Man, but he's got some beautiful, beautiful pit bulls, man. They are so beautiful. That's one of them. That's him and his two boys and his two pit bulls, man, male and female. He didn't have any puppies, man. He got them fixed, man. Man, I tell you, I love dogs, man. It's part of my life. I really love them. But yeah, I'm just having a good day today, man. I had a lot of good news that came in, man. I've been knowing why my back's been hurting. I've been finding out that I got drop foot. The doctor told me I had drop foot, that I needed to be special fitted with a shoe and a brace on the side of my leg. So that's all I've been trying to do, is just get him to realize that I just can't keep going around like walking like a crawdad sideways everywhere I go. I feel like one of them vehicles that you see going down the road and the rear end's crooked, and they're going down the road kind of crooked like this, kind of sideways. That's way. And I got through talking to David Hardcastle, man. David Hardcastle, he's wrote me another song. Actually, I helped him write it. We're writing it together, but it's my feelings that come from inside my soul. I just wrote words that came from inside of my soul, and I said, man, you need to write a song about this, man, because and he agreed with me. He told me, he said, man, he says, good songs come from the heart. And they do. And he says, whenever you can listen to songs or words in a song and you can feel what somebody's feeling and you can close your eyes and you can relate, that makes it a good song. That's what makes everybody that tries to make music in the world, and it makes them popular. And most people that become popular with songs, and most rock bands that I've seen out there, country, all that stuff, man, they start singing and writing from the heart. And other people out there that are on the grind or going through the same things can feel it through the music. And that's just the way I've always been, man. I can listen to music and it makes it to where it's better, makes it to where I can relate and just turn it all loose and frees my soul. It does. But man, who else do I need to give a shout out? Oh yeah, Backwoods Bill from Kentucky. I told him how he could start making comments, so got some ADHD, limps around, wild and blue, shifting through them gears and don't use the clutch, rolling down the road in a C10 truck, limps around. B817, he pulled his heart out, limpy, and he liked it when you start to scream and shout, limps around. On the YouTube, limps around. He's always wild and blue, shifting to them gears and don't use the clutch, rolling down the road in a C10 truck, limps around. Man, I want to play the guitar, man. I'm thinking about buying me a guitar. 7, keep on doing what you do. You might have the best content on YouTube, limps around. Yo, YouTube, limps around. He's so wild and blue, shifting to them gears and don't use a clutch, rolling down the road in a C10 truck, limps around. Limps around. Man, it puts the energy inside me listening to that song, man. It really does, man. Thank you, David Hardcastle, man. You really made my life with that song, bro. You're making history. You're making history, David. You are. I don't care what anybody says. You're making history. Yeah, I'm drinking out of the jug because it's my jug. I drink the whole thing by myself. Ain't nobody else in the family like Sunny D. They call it, my wife calls it, I don't want none of that fake orange juice. I'm just really happy I'm high on life right now, man. I just can't tell you how happy I am to finally get the help that I need for my leg. And there's actually reasons that have been explained to me. I mean, it really made me feel good because she seen medically on the computer and explained why my foot was not flipping up in the air and what they call it. It's called drop foot, and how to correct it is with a brace. And your hand, it needs to have surgery on it because you got carpal tunnel in both hands. One on my right hand that I'm holding the phone right now, it's got that big old knot on it. It's got arthritis in it, and they're going to have to cut it open and put some hardware in my wrist. But I'm just so blessed, man. I'm so blessed. And Backwoods Bill, he's got some advice to give me about pain. Heaven. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of Heaven, man. Heaven's gonna love this. Let me see if I can find her. See if I can find her. She'll like to see her little face on there. Y'all are gonna love this. It's worth the wait. Just give me a minute. Here we go. Yeah, Heaven. Remember, I was upset because I thought the guy I thought his father left my channel, and I got the text from his phone that said, "I never want to talk to you again." Whatever. Well, his girlfriend got a hold of his phone one night. One of his ex-girlfriends got a hold of his phone one night and left some nasty comments on there. And he came back after he seen the video that I posted about. I was in the Lemster Cave when I was upset and getting emotional. He says, man, he says, I would never talk to you like that. You got to believe me, and I do, man, because he calls me all the time now. But Heaven, you ready to see your picture up here on YouTube? You ready to see it? Here it goes. Oh, come on now. Don't want to do that one. That's a roadster he got there. Look at this. Watch this. She's cute as a bug in a rug, isn't she? She's a cutie. I love that little girl, man. I hear her in the background when he calls. I can hear her in the background. I can hear him, and I can hear her going to town in the background with that hyperactivity stuff. And it just brings back the moments of when my daughter and my son was hyperactivity in the house and picking up the cat and won't put down the cat. I'll tell you something. Give her patience, man. That cat can take care of itself. But if it gets too much for that cat will tell her, hey, back off. It'll scratch her. You can only do so much. And I don't care what anybody says, man. My kids, I try to keep them off the cat. I was always complaining, put down the cat. I always threatened to get rid of the cat, but I never had the heart to get rid of them. But after a while, that cat will let them know. I mean, you think the cat's suffering, you know, it's got it by its neck, and you think that the cat's hurting, but I'm telling you, if that cat really has a big problem, it's going to reach up there and claw at her. And that's what you probably, now if it's getting to the point where she's getting scratched on and she's not learning a lesson, yeah, maybe you need to get rid of the cat. But my son's grown up now, man, and when he was a little kid, take that back, man. I'll share you a little story about that. Maybe you do need to get rid of the cat. Because one time my son was in the bathtub, and he took the kitty in the bathtub with him, and I didn't see it. I was putting some trim around the door in the bathtub, and I seen him out of the corner of my eye. And then all of a sudden he started crying. And I said, well, I don't know how to get my son to understand that he's hurting the cat. Now that he's killed the cat, what do I do? I was talking to my neighbor. He said, come on. He said, I'll tell you what we need to do. You need to bring your little boy with you, and we're going to go out in the backyard and dig a hole. And we did. We dug a hole. I think he'd been like 3 years old, maybe 4 years old. And we dug a hole, and we handed him that kitty. Kitty had passed away. He drowned him. And y'all can shun me all you want, man, but I didn't honestly thought if my son's in the bathtub taking a bath, I thought he had a toy in his hand. I could see him out of the corner of my eye, but he had the kitty in his hand. So we taught him a lesson, and he learned his lesson because we went out in the backyard and we dug that hole. And we told him, put the kitty in the hole. He goes, no, 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 don't make me put the kitty in the hole. I promise I won't put the kitty in the hole. Well, he put the kitty in the hole, and we buried it. And from that moment on, my son knew that he better not be messing around with the kitty like that no more. He better not do things to harm the kitty, you know. Maybe I do need to look back on that. Yeah, hyperactivity, ADHD children, they can be very rough on a kitty, especially a kitten, you know. But if it's a full-grown cat, I think the full-grown cat gonna take up for herself. I don't know. That's on me. That's not on me. I don't have the. I'm not gonna give no advice there. That's just what happened, and it's a tragedy that that did happen in my household. And I'm kind of embarrassed to tell you about it, but stuff happens in life. So maybe you might not. Maybe you need to get rid of the kitty. But she sure is cute, isn't she? She's cute. She's a cutie pie. There you are, Heaven. You're on TV now. Live television. You're on the YouTube. She's going to get tickled at that. Anyway, I'll see you later. Thank you, Backwoods Bill, for calling me. Thank you, Joe, for sharing your family with me and your two beautiful pit bulls. I think he paid something like $2,500 for those two pits, and decided not to breed them because he would rather. He told me he would rather have a long life of a dog than have a short life of a dog, and it's better if he said he was told it better if he fixed them. But anyway, I'll see y'all later, and Limster out on the YouTube. Limster around. He's just a wild and blue, shifting through some gears and don't use the clutch, rolling down the road in a C10 truck. Limster out. Limster out.